this is a long road to get here, man.
Yeah.
Do you know this is what you were going to do young? Give me a little bit of background
Yeah.
on you growing up and how you got to this point.
Yeah, so I was like, I was a mute when I was a kid. So I was like, people would look at me and they would go like, does he speak? Like I'd be so afraid to talk in front of people
Yeah.
that I would be at my brother's house, he's older than me, like 10 years older. I'd be at his house and I wouldn't ask for a glass of water because I was so nervous about even to speak to my own family members up until I was about 14, 15. And then something happened in school where this guy who's now one of my great friends, James Livingston, he's a super funny guy, super great guy. He was the funny guy at school, and he was getting all these laughs from the whole class, and he was getting noticed by girls. And I was just looking at him going, oh, it's quite funny. But if he had said this would have been funnier in my head.
Yeah.
And then
Well, that's great.
and then one day I was just, for whatever reason, he said something, and then I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh, you're not going to say that thing? I'm going to say it. And then I said it. Can't remember what it was. It was like a blur. And then I said it, and then no one laughed. Everyone just looked at me like, oh, he speaks?
He speaks?
Yeah. And then it happened again, and they said something again, and then my mate said it, and big laugh, and then I said the topper to it, and it got even bigger laugh, and then I got kicked out of the class because I was disrupting the class. But the kudos that got for me, and like he's the man of like, and then I got invited over to where the cool kids were hanging out at the interval recess, and so it sort of started from this thing of like, oh, if I can make people laugh, good things kind of come from that. And now it's sort of been developing now where it's like, okay, I can make people laugh. And I built from that into to this point now where I'm chatting comfortably with you guys and being on stage and doing these various roles that I do. But it's now not getting to a phase where I don't need it for the approval, if that makes sense. So it's not like I'm doing it to get something. It's now being comfortable, and this is my purpose and my passion, but I'm going to have a crack rather than I need it. I don't need this for my self-worth, but I'm doing this because I think, I'm good enough to do this. I deserve to be in this space. And there's a fine line between doing it for someone else's value or love, or that they think something of you, or doing something because you're excellent at it, you'll put the hours in to do it, and that you can just have a go, have a crack, rather than doing it for some other people. But and it's only been the last 6 months or so that I've really found this. And I've been doing this for years, like 18, 19 years I've been doing stand-up.
18 or 19?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a long time. But it's now clicking of like, oh, okay. Now it's being humble, or being having humility is not, it's an easy thing for you to excuse yourself to not do the thing or not chase your dream. To hold space in your desired area, that takes courage. Also, people are going to look at you and go, who is that?
Yep.
What? And they're going to, even if you're the nicest person in the world, they're still going to go, look at that. He's doing that, and he's the nicest person in the world. Who's that guy? You know, and they'll still try and cut you down.
Yeah.
So it's just holding that space. There's always going to be people that say that. And there's always people that are going to look at you and go, you don't deserve to be there, or whatever, or try and cut you down. But to be able to dim your light to make other people feel better is no longer, it's no longer a thing that I'm going to do. And it's not to say that I'm going to be disrespectful or not.
Of course.
Everyone's talented. Your talent is worthy, and you can shine, as well. And we can both come up together. We can spiral up together. But it's a huge thing for me to kind of click and realize that and go, you know what? I'm going to hold this space and be comfortable in it, be courageous in it. And people are going to come at you regardless. So you might as well do it and have fun doing it, and be passionate about it.